The one thing that I'm struggling with the most is being able to like reach back and get water bottles. It's really annoying to grab. Annoying. That's annoying. Can you get my water bottle for me? I can't easily reach these smart water bottles. And I can't reach my water bottles. On. I would take the extra 5 ounces to have a 3-liter reservoir. So used to having a reservoir. I wish I had my reservoir. Don't get it. I hate this. I don't like it. Stupid plastic water bottle that I hate. Dumb piece of shit. In this video, I am doing something that I said I would never do. I am going ultralight backpacking for the first time. I am carrying a pack that has a base weight of less than 10 pounds, which is almost half the weight of my traditional base weight on my pack. We're about to start hiking, but before we do that, what am I carrying in my pack? Okay, here we go. I'm nervous, I'm also excited. Mostly nervous, also excited, mostly nervous. This is my show, gosh darn. I have said for years that I don't understand ultralight, that I won't go ultralighting. I've made fun of ultralighters, I'm sorry. And yet, here I am with my very first ultralight backpacking kit. Ultralight backpacking is a sub 10 pound base weight and a goal to essentially make your pack as light as possible. The base weight of your pack is everything that you carry in your bag besides consumables. With that, let me show you what I got. My pack, this is the Hyperlight Southwest 3400. It is a 55-liter waterproof pack. Sleeping pad, I went with the Neo Air X-Lite from Thermarest. I went with a short length. Boom, the Big Agnes Twister Cane zip pad. I wanted to be able to have something to sit on, something to put my gear on. Also something that I could use under my feet in addition to my sleeping pad. Quarter Dome SL2 tarp shelter. For food, I bring this Ursac XL bear bag. And then I also have this Locksack odorproof bag. My Sea to Summit Alpha Long Spork. For my cook kit, this Snow Peak pot, the MSR Pocket Rocket. So this one does not have a piezo on it. I am bringing a bidet. I realized that this bidet is actually lighter than the amount of toilet paper that I was gonna bring with me. I'm also bringing a super light trowel. This is the Deuce. And then I'm also bringing my Cool Cloth. I don't know how much this Cool Cloth weighs, but it definitely weighs less than pee in your underpants, so. Most ultralight backpackers are actually using disposable plastic single-use water bottles, and they work with my water filter. This Sawyer Squeeze water filter. I'm bringing my Adventure Medical Kit, a Swiss Army classic pocket knife, soap, chapstick, toothbrush. Do not come at me, ultralighters. I am bringing a toothbrush. Migraine medication, floss, lotion, because it's really dry out here, a bunch of ibuprofen, powdered toothpaste. Illumination, I am bringing my BioLite 300 headlamp. Oh, clothing. This is the Mountain Hardwear Ghost Whisper jacket, an extra pair of socks, wool underwear, Teva classic sandals, a pair of pants from Athleta. And I really wanted to bring my pillow. It was just a little bit too heavy. So instead I'm actually using this pillow stuff sack that I made. One thing that I kept coming up against was like what people do at camp. What I wound up finding was this dice game called Cosmic Wimp Out, and it is really fun and really goofy. And then I'm also bringing a battery pack for my phone. This right here is the Garmin InReach Mini. This is a satellite messenger. So that is everything that's going to my pack for my base weight. I'm gonna pack it all up and then I will weigh it for you here on camera, and hopefully it weighs under 10 pounds. Thank you, magic hands. 9.8! Woo! Look at that, 9.8! Tomorrow we hit the trail. I am here at the General Springs cabin on the Cabin Loop Trail in Coconino National Forest. The crew and I are going to spend the next 4 days hiking here. The plan is to try and be out by Thursday, which will mean that we're covering roughly 7 to 8 miles a day. Let's get hiking. Already feels lighter. I do have to poop. I just want to make sure that everyone knows that. Not you. You don't have to have that in the video, but like I'm gonna have to poop. Blah blah ultralight. Blah blah. I'm better than you. Blah blah blah. Did you grab me my water bottle? Sucks. I hate this.
Yeah, we did that.
Just want a reservoir. Every time I want to drink water, I have to ask for someone to help me. It's really annoying to grab. I get it that they weigh like 2 ounces. I would take the extra 5 ounces to have a 3-liter reservoir right now. Aside from that, this trail is gorgeous.
You got it. Oh! She's adapting.
Lunchtime. We just finished eating lunch. We have gone 3 miles, and my hope is that we can do another 4 miles. Yeah, overall my pack feels decently comfortable. The one thing that I'm struggling with the most is being able to like reach back and get water bottles. I'm so used to having a reservoir, but without a doubt, carrying less weight is really way more comfortable overall, at least for these first 3 miles. I still have 4 miles to go until I get to camp, and it is afternoon now, so I'm going to grab my stuff and hit the trail. Oh, look! It's a butt. This tree's got butt. Purple rock, purple rocks. I don't think that I'm going the right way, but I'm gonna go with confidence.
Yeah. Nice.
So anticlimactic. No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't.
Ah! Nice, Abby. Joe's got like feet that are twice as big as Abby's and legs that are like 9 times as long. I'm a little scared to sleep alone under my tarp. I mean, yeah, my pack on my first overnight backpacking trip was 45 pounds. But see, look, okay, look at how like less legit Rainer looks than me though, right?
What? How do I look less
Don't
legit?
I look more legit? Don't I?
Not in this jelly short.
I just mean that like, I feel like an ultralighter, whereas like you look like a traditional backpacker.
Hold on. Did we just get our first little sense of Miranda acting all elitist there? One day,
man.
you're already like, well, am I?
There've been a lot of videos that I've made where ultralight backpackers come into the comments really hot, like essentially said that I don't know what I'm doing because I'm carrying something that they wouldn't carry. You know the phrase, it's like, don't hate the player, hate the game. I think I've like been like hating on the players of ultralight backpackers versus like giving the game of ultralight backpacking a fair chance. I do want to say thank you to all of the backpackers who do watch my videos and are ultralight backpackers or carry just like a lot less stuff than I do and have been really like kind and offered cool suggestions. And please like continue to share your opinions on stuff that I carry and things that I use, because that's how we all learn. Just thanks for not being judgmental. That is it. Step down from my soapbox.
The hater.
Kids watch the show, so fudge the meanies. All right, onward. We should definitely be able to do this in 4 days. We've already done 5.7 miles. Are we sure we're going the right way, y'all? This feels really overgrown. There's our trusty sign. Ouch. This lack of padding is not my favorite. Gosh, maybe this is where the road intersects to go to the cabin? Okay, that's curious.
Oh, that's sad.
Does that just mean for cars?
No way.
What the f? It's unsafe for travel, just like unsafe to look at. It would appear that our road has washed out. Famous last words. That was pretty awesome, but definitely kind of freaky. There it is. By my count, we're only about half a mile from camp. I'm definitely looking forward to pooping. Woo, I see a cabin. Oh my God, there's an outhouse. I'm not feeling confident that it's in use. Check this out. Yeah, that's not a functioning outhouse, but someone's used it recently.
Oh.
Yay, welcome to camp. It's about 5 o'clock right now. Besides a few like wayfinding problems and also a road being out, we got here pretty quickly. I'm gonna set up my camp before I make my dinner. So the setup I'm doing in my shelter is called, I think, a C-frame setup because it looks like a C. And it'll actually allow me to have a little bit of the tarp on the ground to put my sleeping pad on. I'm actually using my trekking poles. This is gonna give me the height on the shelter. And then I'm gonna guy out from this same spot, take my guy line and I'll like stretch this out. And that kind of tension is gonna hold the pole up. And I'll do it on the other side and I'll have a little shelter. Ultralighters, I'm ready for you to judge my tarp shelter setup. Have at it. We have a sleeping pad. Ah! And then we have a quilt. This will get hooked under here. And in theory, I'll be able to slide in there. There it is. Woohoo, that is my camp. I'm gonna put my jacket on, I'm a little chilly. I think it's actually about dinner time. I'm getting hungry. For dinner tonight, I'm gonna have some Kathmandu curry from Nomad Nutrition. Yes, I brought a container of hot sauce, ultralighting. Don't at me. That's so cool to say. I'm asking the wrong people. Oh, I almost like piezo. I don't have a piezo on this thing. Stupid lighter, dumb. Now we wait for 8 to 12 minutes. It has been 15 minutes. Oh yeah. I'm gonna eat my dinner and pack up all my food, my smelly stuff. Then I will see you before I go to sleep. Good night. My feet are already cold. See you in the morning.
How'd you sleep?
Do you want me to be honest?
Yeah.
It was the worst night's sleep I've had backpacking. I was really, really cold. Ugh. Like my sleeping bag's like wet on this side from the condensation on the tarp. And it's down. Down doesn't insulate when it gets wet. I wound up putting my jacket on, so that meant that I had no pillow. Like this was my pillow. It's like hard lump of shorts. I hated it. I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to be awake. Thank you to Rainer, my producer, who agreed to sleep under this tarp shelter with me because I was scared. You must have farted like over a dozen times. That I heard. My sleeping pad was really comfy. I'm gonna like lie here for a little bit. Hey, ultralight. I have to say, if the weather is gonna be nice tonight, and I'm not gonna be under some trees, I'm probably not gonna set up my shelter. Or if I do, I'm gonna set up an A-frame and not the C-frame where it's like against the side and got all wet. Can I request folding assistance? I don't get it. Not yet, at least. I just really wish that I brought my Philo. It's only 3 ounces. I mean, I'm sure there's stuff I could have cut. Ultimately, I think it just was colder than I expected. When you're backpacking in really cold conditions, like how do you create a base weight that's less than 10 pounds? Please tell me. I'm very curious. So much of what I've read about ultralight is about this idea of like getting under 10 pounds. Like I got to 9.8. If I had added in that pillow, and if I had added in maybe an extra layer or something, I probably would have been at like 10.5 pounds. Like I find it frustrating, but at the same time I find it really interesting because it does take this like fairly arbitrary number and say like, this is the max. Definitely not sleeping well last night. It was really tough. I am now only carrying 2 liters of water, plus I ate a day's worth of food. Rainer, come feel my back.
Is that a bag or a hot air balloon?
All right, this makes me psyched. One of the big challenges yesterday was like I had this bruise on my shoulder, and I think that's because where I had this Garmin was actually sitting too high. My other side feels great, so the only thing I can assume is that this is the problem, not the pack. Let's do this! Wow, my back feels so light. It's crazy.
Okay, this looks like it continues on Forest Service 139G. According to my GPS.
Okay, cool. So that's this then.
There's Karen's on that.
Grab something to cover your front with in case I miss.
You don't know how to do this. You're the world's worst fountain.
We come up like 10 feet. I'm such a baby. Well, we're like halfway up, aren't we? Have we switched back to all yet? My heart rate is like 160. To flat ground. See if I find like a log in the shade. Yeah, time for lunch. This is my house. This is all I can afford in Washington. Bad joke. Cute fixer-upper.
$800,000.
Exactly. We just passed the 6-mile mark here on day 2. We're stopped in front of another one of the ruins of the cabins here on the cabin loop. Right now I feel really good. As you all know, I'm like really opinionated about gear, and if I don't like something, I say that I don't like it, but this pack has been so comfortable. I'm like honestly really impressed. I had a moment and I was thinking to myself like, oh man, maybe I should like eat my heaviest food tonight for dinner so that my bag is even lighter. And I was like, am I officially an ultralighter?
we are gonna keep hiking here. My plan was just to do 7 miles, but I'm already at like 6 1/4 and I feel pretty good. So I might put in a little bit more mileage today. Cool. Oh, look, there's like a hole in the ground. I bet this is how the cabin directed water back in the day. Oh yeah, talk about idyllic campsites. This is our zone, gosh darn. Cannot believe I just said that. I am a little concerned about the wind making me super cold since last night was really rough. So I'm gonna do either an A-frame setup or a closed end A-frame. Wow, it is so windy. Like a little creature. Based on wind, we are going with standard A-frame, so the wind can at least go through it. Take 2. It's like hard rock. Just give me a freaking tent. Come on. Oh my God. Oh man, last attempt. Ah, this is nuts. Ridiculous. So I moved. The spot that I'd originally set up was really, really gusty and windy, and the tent just like kept collapsing, and I was having a really hard time getting it staked down. We moved to a different spot. It's on the other side of a stream and like a little bit higher up in a ridgeline. If you remember yesterday, I did what was called a C-frame, and this is a standard A-frame. With that, I thought I would show you how I've set up today. So I've tightened the quilt totally around the sleeping pad. What I've done is brought the neck of the quilt all the way up, actually over top of my sleeping pad, and my bag is right here. What I can do is sleep with my head actually on my pack as a pillow, and then this will go around my neck. I can cinch this a little tighter, and that can hopefully help keep out some of the cold air, and then this whole thing will be really tight around my body all the way down to the foot box, which is where I'll put my sit pad again at the very bottom. That's basically it. Pretty simple, because I don't have a lot of stuff, because I'm ultralighting. All right, Joe, I will trade you 1 coconut cookie for this bar. This is like being a kid in elementary school, and you're like, I will trade you my spinach and hummus wrap for your extra strong Doritos. The game is called Cosmic Wimp Out. Wimp out! All right, so he's wimped. Oh, and you wimped out, so you get nothing. Oh, and I got a flash! Woohoo! Oh. Wimp out. Keep the 25 points. Oh my God!
That is a hell of a hand.
You need a 10. Come on, Abby. You got a 10! Abby just won Cosmic Wimp Out.
Okay, good night, Miranda.
Good night, Miranda. We just finished packing up camp and about to hit the trail. A-frame last night was perfect, and the A-frame stayed even up, like some really gusty wind came through and it still held really well. I'm cold. Can we start hiking now? All right, let's go. Whoop, whoop. Ah! I don't want to go down anymore. Everything itches and I can't reach my water bottles. Who does this? Why? Day 3 is actually going really well. I mean, it's beautiful, this trail is gorgeous. So far, mileage is going quickly, and there's been a lot of up and down, and this trail is like, it's as if whoever invented this trail was like, I've heard of switchbacks, but nah. So instead, it's just like straight down, and like straight up. All I'm doing is just catching a whiff of my armpit as I do this. Why am I so itchy? And it's crazy because I washed my butt this morning. Don't include this in the video, because you said you cut, and then you lied to me. You should be a politician, Abby. Can ladies get jock itch? Wow, big open meadow. Look at these rocks. This might be one of my favorite backpacking trips I've ever done. Yeah, I'm loving it. Wow, according to this, we are 4.6 miles from the cabin where we started. Oh, already dented my water bottle. We have hiked about 6.3 miles today. We just passed a few other backpackers, and it looks like the rest of our hike is along this Forest Service road, and it's only about 4 more miles until we get back to the trailhead. This hike has just been a lot faster than I expected, and part of that is that carrying so little weight has just made it a lot easier to hike faster and further, which, like, I know is what ultralighters say. I think what we're gonna do is continue hiking along this road and basically get back to the trailhead a whole day early. Like, I tend to be like an 8 to 9 miles a day person kind of max. I'm gonna end up doing closer to 10 today with this pack, and I feel like it's like a day hike. I get it, like a little. What I don't get, hold on, this is what I'm struggling with. That, like, that's literally the smoothest I've ever done it, and it was not smooth. And already, this is all dinged up. Come on. Just give me a normal water bottle. Boom! Forget it, I'm an ultralighter now. I am swearing off all other water systems. Smart water bottles for life.
No.
6 pound base weight. I'm kidding, I can't even joke about that. This is absolutely gorgeous. All right, come on, y'all. We got 3 miles to go still, maybe more. Oh my God, huge animal skeleton. This is the skull. I think this is maybe a pelvis, and then these like leg bones. Oh my God, it's the spinal cord. Whoa, this is awesome. All right, anyway, I'm done here. That's all. Whatever you were, thank you for your service to the wilderness. Back to the trailhead. I brought a change of clothes in the car, but there's like no way that I'm putting this dirty body into those clean clothes. My armpits are smelling like pretty cheesy. I do think we should do an armpit check. I think we should declare who has the stinkiest armpits. Car. I gotta be honest. I feel amazing. Like, I feel like I probably could have done another like 5 or so miles pretty comfortably. Overall, my biggest complaint right now is that I'm a little dehydrated. I'm out of water in this stupid plastic water bottle. But this one has some water, just dumb piece of shit. So we are back to the trailhead an entire day early. We ended up doing about 10.5 miles today in just under 6 hours, which when you account for filming and stopping for lunch, that's actually pretty dang good. I attribute the like how good I feel and how comfortable I feel to the fact that my pack was just so light. One of my biggest concerns going into ultralight was just feeling like ultralight was this kind of elitist community of backpackers. Ultralight backpacking basically for the clout and like just to say that they could do it. After doing this hike, I realized that that benefit of like having a lighter pack and being able to be more comfortable on the trail allowed me to really enjoy the entire experience so much more. And like, I'm an experienced backpacker. I've been backpacking for a long time, but any adjustments that I've made to my kit over the years, and there have been a lot, but they've all been really minor. So for me, this was kind of like shocking my system and going with a pack that was so light to see how different my body felt on trail. And the realization for me is that it felt really, really different. And I felt honestly just way more comfortable while I was backpacking. That's the positive side of things. The negative side of things is that I did not sleep well. So definitely if I'm ever gonna go ultralight backpacking again, I would have to dial in my sleep system a little bit better. And I'd also have to dial in how I drank water on the trail. So I think like after all of this, I'm not gonna become an ultralight backpacker, but I think I might try and adjust this kit to make a more ideal ultralight backpacking kit for myself. And I'll definitely be making some changes to my core backpacking kit based on what I've learned from ultralighting. This has definitely given me something to think about as a backpacker, and it's made me feel kind of bad for being so judgmental of ultralighting. You know, that whole idea of like hiking your own hike, like that also includes if you want to carry like an 8 pound base weight, get after it by all means. If you want to see a video about the changes that I'm going to make to my core backpacking kit based on my learnings from ultralight backpacking, let me know in the comments below. And as always, if you liked this video, hit the like button, subscribe to the Miranda in the Wild channel, and I will see you all in the wild. Bye. Before we go get burgers and beer, we have to do an armpit check. I can be the judge.
Armpit check?
Oh, that's pretty stinky. Okay, all right. Wow, Abby. Oh my gosh. Rayner second place. Joe, a surprising third.
Wait,
Abby.
I'm the second stinkiest?
Yeah, I'm the first stinkiest. Woo! Smell
Right.
Joe, smell Joe. Now smell yourself. You smell worse than Joe.
Definitely smell worse than
I know,
Joe.
but I definitely smell the worst of all. Far and
So
away,
Abby was the best smelling.
Abby doesn't even smell bad.
That's definitely right.
We're done. We're done. Great work. You guys down to play a game? Oh, I need more enthusiasm from you guys. Are you down to play a game tonight?
Games!
Yeah!
Is anybody else down to play a game? Anyone?
Is anybody down to clean my lens they're in or to spit on?
Sorry.
I'll scratch it.
Don't scratch it.